You found the Sharks Broadcast podcast. Subscribe, and if you like what you hear, give us a 5-star rating. I love that guy. He's amazing, isn't he? Has he lost weight? I think he's lost weight.
Yeah. He's dropped. I think he's one of the successful ones of the gastric bypass. Sometimes it's not so successful with him. He's been thin for a long time.
I know a guy who was really battling with his weight, and he got one of those elastics.
Oh yeah.
And he kept eating the way he was eating.
Okay.
The weight just came back on.
Yeah, it didn't work.
No.
So it seems like, I don't know, again, I'm not a medical expert, but it seems like that happens quite a bit. I know Charlie Weiss, the Patriots coach, he went through that as well, and he
didn't work?
Yeah, it didn't work for him.
Yeah. Anyway, so yesterday it was shared on the unofficial Facebook page of Dover that after 21 years, the Dover Agway is closing. So I called the store to see, if that was true. And I talked to Paul, and Paul said, yeah, we're retiring. No big story here. We're just retiring.
Hanging it up.
Yeah.
Heading to Florida.
No, they're not. No, Paul said, no, why would I go to Florida?
Yeah, right.
I was like, well, in high school, wasn't that the place that people went to?
That was, I don't know.
What the heck was it with Florida?
Growing up, that was it. That was like retirement land. There was no other place to go other than Florida. That was just a whole Northeast corridor thing. Yeah. That's where you go. Yep. Yeah,
I've since learned that I guess the tax laws are similar with New Hampshire and Florida.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's the reason that they went there in the 80s, when we were growing up. But anyway, Paul says, no, why would I'm born and raised here? So. I also talked to Terry, and she said, the place has really, really meant a lot to them. The customers and the community are really going to be missed by the family, but they've got 4 kids and 4 grandchildren, and they are the cutest thing. If you check out the Dover Agway's Facebook page, you'll see some of their grandkids there. Oh my goodness, so cute. They're right there at 25 Central Avenue in Dover.
Yeah, great place for gardeners. My dad always goes there to get his onion sets every spring, and so they're going to go right through the growing season. Yeah,
Larry knows Alice, the dog.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so you have a chance to say goodbye if you want to. They're open through September, and then they're not going to Florida.
No,
they're just retiring. Kenny Loggins coming up next on the Shark. Oh, yesterday was so sad. I was listening to a lot of Stones. I'm sure a lot of people did. Charlie Watts passing away at the age of 80 years old. And we just got word like a couple weeks before then that he wasn't going to tour with the Stones themselves.
Yeah. You don't think of it. You think of it like in hindsight, where you think, well, okay, he's going to miss out on some shows. There are no filter tours coming up. He's not going to be with them. Maybe, he's 80, time with the family, whole 9 yards. But I mean, he loved it. He loved playing with the Stones. Oh man, such a sad. They'll never have that. You can replicate, I guess, his sound, but I mean, they're never really going to be the Stones without Charlie Watts on the kit.
That's for sure. That's for sure. But you actually saw them once.
Yeah, back it was October of 1997. I saw the Bridges to Babylon tour at old Foxboro Stadium. They have this gigantic jumbotron. Of course, they've got pyrotechnics going off. Just bombs bursting in the air. Got these 300-foot flamethrowers and everything. Bridges are swinging and the stages are swinging, and of course he's just there. Charlie Watts, completely serious, keeping perfect time,
focused, and very zen.
They have a gigantic jumbotron. Every time they show him, the place goes bananas.
Nuts.
Every single time. You got Mick Jagger's running around about, he probably ran 16 miles for that show. Mick Jagger's unbelievable. Richards is doing his thing. You got Ronnie Wood. Everybody's doing their thing. Watts is just sitting there, but every time they show him, never, ever, ever, like they could have done I Can't Get No Satisfaction and finished it, not got a crowd reaction like they did every time they showed Charlie Watts.
Right, I know. Well, people are calling him the greatest rock and roll drummer of all time.
Oh.
He was certainly one of the ones. Just amazing.
Those old school guys, like with the jazz roots and everything, it's just just perfect timekeeping. They just can keep time beautifully, and they just hold the band in the palm of their hand.
Yeah. We were listening last night. There was actually a documentary, I think, on Netflix on the Stones that we were watching, and it's just to listen to it now that we know that he's passed, it just gives you a different ear when you listen to the Stones, you know?
Yeah, I know all the records that we were playing. That's what I'm focusing in on, just his beat.
Oh, I know. Well, we're going to have another one coming up next on The Shark. Charlie Watts.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie. That was a tough one yesterday. It's 7:10. It's a Shark Morning Show with Sarah and A-Train. It is time now for the strain of the brain.
Brain strain on your Wednesday, and we got that Dunkin' gift card. America runs on Dunkin'. So, 40% of New England drivers, they've never used this. So you're driving in the car. 40% of us have never used this. What is it? What are we talking about?
877-45-SHARK. That's 877-457-4275. It's not, we can eliminate the cigarette lighter.
Oh, yeah. It's not that.
Yeah.
I got to think, people think Dunkin', America runs on Dunkin', that their brain would go to the cup holder, but it's not the cup holder.
Not that either. Give it a shot. If you get the answer that we're looking for, you win the gift certificate. Good luck. Train darn near a stumper.
Yeah, got a good one today. Of course, got that Dunkin' gift card up for grabs. 40% of New England drivers. 40% of New England drivers have never used this. What is it?
877-45-SHARK. Good morning. What's your guess?
The horn?
The horn.
It is the honk and the horn, yeah.
Yes, indeed. What's your name?
Michelle.
Michelle. Nice to hear from you. Where are you calling from, Michelle?
Hampton.
All right.
There we
Excellent.
go. I got to know, Michelle, do you use that horn or what?
No, never.
I'm the same way. I'm a wimp with the horn. The only time I'll even touch it is when I'm in behind somebody and the light changes. It's green and they're just sitting there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I just try to just
like,
I want to be politely beep, beep.
Just a little bit of beep, beep.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Right, or if somebody's coming in at you and they don't see you.
Oh, yeah.
I lay that thing on every chance I get. All right, Michelle, hang on just one second. The car horn is the answer. Yeah.
That's those are like Homer Simpson car horn sounds or something. I can picture him having his road rage in his pink car.
Sometimes I lay it on, and it's for safety. It's only for safety.
Yeah. If somebody's, veering over or they're going into your lane or something, you're about to hit you. Yeah. Got to do it.
We've got Cyndi Lauper coming up next on the Shark Train. Can't wait to hear more about it off the air.
That was a wild one. There's some interesting interpretive dances being done.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Did they start around 9:00? Because that's usually when it starts.
Pretty much. It was, it gets darker earlier now. So we had some creative dancing going on, probably quarter to 8, really.
Creative dancing. Right there on our Shark page, it's a great question. Name one thing from your childhood that kids today wouldn't understand. We get a lot of funny responses. Carmen says chores.
Oh, yeah. That's quite an idea. I know. It's easy to think they look up for their phone long enough to do a chore or something.
I know.
I like
Johnny. Sorry. Go ahead.
I like this one. Of course, it's food related. But Pete says the freedom to walk home for lunch and then go back to school. I used to do that in my meme's house right across the street from Gonick School, and I'd go there for lunch. I don't know, a couple of times a week.
Okay. Yeah. Johnny says respect.
Oh. Okay.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's kind of a foreign concept nowadays,
Oh, Kevin. Oh, Kevin. I love Kevin. I need to come see him again. He says that kids will never know staying up until midnight, never understand for Don Kirshner's rock concerts on NBC on Saturday, pre-MTV. I remember that. I wonder if Kevin remembers V66.
Oh, okay.
You remember that?
I don't remember V66. Okay.
Yeah, same kind of thing.
Oh.
Same kind of thing as Don Kirshner's rock concert. That was a little bit too rough for me, though. They had big-time rock bands on there. I very much like V66, though, because they had some of the bands of the 80s. Anyway, Marilyn says 8-track. Kids are not going to understand an 8-track. What is that?
Yeah, right.
Yep. Oh, collect calls. Good one, Dan.
Yes. Very good. I just remember because I was always kind of petrified of the phone. You'd pick up the phone. It was like if my ma was away, she'd just say, Aaron, just say yes. And the operator would be giggling. Because do you accept these
These
collect charges?
Who was calling collect? Can you say?
Ma, she would call.
Oh,
just say yes.
Oh, instead of say your name, Aaron, just say yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the operator would be laughing every time.
Oh, that's pretty funny. So, kids, what we're talking about, in case you don't understand, when you get a phone call on your cell phone, imagine if you answer it and somebody says to you, "Will you pay for the charges?" There was a time when if you made the phone call, you were the one that paid for the call. But sometimes if you made the call and you didn't have the money, you could ask the person that you were calling to pay for the call, and that is what you call a collect call.
Yeah, that was all just done with hitting that zero with the operator. I never actually
operator.
Yeah, I never did that. I don't remember going through that whole thing.
I think I did maybe in college, maybe. When I didn't have enough change for the payphone in the hallway.
Okay.
At Huntress Hall in Keene State.
Okay.
Maybe I called collect. Or I think my mom gave me a card. That was high tech.
Yeah.
Like, remember those paper cards that you could make?
They look like a credit card, really.
Well, yeah. And you had like 1,000 minutes, and you're like, oh, look, 1,000 minutes.
Yep. No, those are nice when you get those. Yeah.
Oh,
that would work out fine.
Yeah. Anyway, check in right there on our Facebook page. What is it? Name something that from your childhood that kids today would not understand. Hall & Oates coming up next on the Shark. Welcome to National Banana Splits Day. Oh, I remember it well. 3 banana, 4. Did you ever watch that as a kid? I know we talked about this a little bit yesterday.
Now, did they have little skits, those banana split characters?
Yes.
Okay, because they're kind of like in mascot gear, and they would do things.
Yes.
Okay.
They would do all kinds of wacky, crazy things.
Okay.
So it turned into a cartoon.
Okay.
Right? So they were mascots, and then it turned into a cartoon that you watched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was animated as well. Yeah. No, I think it was just maybe a year out of my time or something. I never saw them.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so, because I'm a little older than you. So yeah, this was way back in the day. But whenever I think of the banana splits, shout out to God rest his soul, Dale Dorman was the reason that I got into radio, and he used to do the opening, introduction.
Yeah, Channel 56.
It's 3:00, kids. If your parents are in their bedroom and the door is shut, they're napping. They're very tired, so leave them alone. Oh, Dale. Anyway, yeah, Banana Splits taking me back. I used to love that show like crazy.
Yeah, I was looking up the real thing for banana split because, I don't like bananas. And I was kind of bummed out because your average banana split is 1,200 calories. And the banana is only 100 calories of that 1,200. So the healthiest thing that's in it, low cal, is the thing I don't like the most.
Right. The banana, just about 100 calories, and that's it. Hey, coming up, we're going to play another song from the Stones. We haven't played Gimme Shelter yet. Ooh. And I think we're going to do that coming up just after the top of the hour on the Shark. Liberty's train. Did you hear that part of the Mass Ave Bridge in Boston was shut down for a movie shoot?
Isn't this something? Midnight. Of course, I heard that and I went, man, if they did that at noon, all of Massachusetts would be in an uproar.
They would still be in traffic.
There'd be honking and birds being flipped for 3 counties. But yeah, so the rumor is, now, of course, this is a substantiated rumor, but I think it's pretty exciting.
It is.
That the Black Panther sequel is what they think was being filmed. That is, so Wakanda Forever, that's still a rumor.
Right. You don't know which one it is, but they did see, I guess, according to the report, CBS had cameras down there, and they saw a red car and a motorcycle on a flatbed.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
Yeah,
it could
exciting.
very well be.
I think one of the stories that we'll be talking about today, music just dominates so much of our lives. Of course, everybody's just, up about Charlie Watts and the great drumming he's done, how much he's meant to music in our lives. And another story that I think probably would have been the number one story of the day if it wasn't for the passing of Charlie Watts is the Nirvana baby on the cover of Nevermind. The album Nevermind had a baby swimming on it, and it was an actual photo. Well, this kid is now, you want to feel old? He's 30. Named Spencer Eldon, and he is suing because they used his image 30 years ago. Which, he kind of, would go to like different conventions and stuff. I was going to say,
wasn't he, didn't he already speak out about this? And,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, he would like sign those albums and stuff.
Right.
I mean, I know, he was a big part of a Rolling Stones piece that they did on the 20th anniversary or 25th. Well, all of a sudden, he's suing them. He's
suing it for inappropriate material.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense to me.
Interesting move there. I don't know. So that's going to be quite a story that I'm sure, like a lawsuit that we'll probably be talking about for quite some time.
Yeah. And in other A-Train tracking celebrities, I don't know if you have the Erica Jane story.
Oh, no. I don't know what's going on with Erica Jane.
Okay, so Erica Jane's soon-to-be ex-husband, Tom Girardi, he has been admitted to an assisted living facility. He's been disbarred from being an attorney. He's got Alzheimer's and dementia, which I'm sure that Erica knew about. She was, his wife, but she couldn't say anything about it. So kind of a sad story there.
Yeah. The world of a reality star, with all the things that you sign, I'm sure, the non-disclosure stuff. So, yeah, it's got to be
Well, I think they sign the opposite. I think they sign something that says the details of your life shall be revealed.
So that's a disclosure agreement.
Well, that's what I would say.
I guess that's true.
If you were the producer of a reality show, wouldn't you want all of your, actors to share their life? They lead interesting lives. That's why they got the gig in the first place.
Oh, yeah. So nothing can be out of bounds.
Right. Yep. But Erica played it exactly like she should have. She can't say anything like that. I mean, that's terrible. Blondie, Tom Cochran, all on the way. Also, who are you next?
For the game that's sweeping the nation, who are you? Try to guess the famous celebrities in just 3 clues or less. Everybody put your hands together for your 2 hosts and your 2 players, Sarah and A-Train.
It's time to play Who Are You? I've been doing famous teachers. Sarah, I apologize. This is one of these things that's bound to happen once every 365 and 1/4 days.
What?
But the person who I picked, because he's a teacher, or was a teacher, it's also his birthday today. I did not notice that until I just clicked on his wiki page. So you might get this one because it's his birthday today.
Oh, boy.
I'm in your neighborhood here.
Yeah, you are.
With this one. This guy, his born name was Chaim Witz. Chaim Witz. And he actually, I thought this
is he dead or alive?
He's still with us, very much still with us. Born in Israel, 72 years of age, very famous musician. He's been in some movies. And interestingly enough, I thought this is really cool. I didn't know this. He is fluent in Hebrew, Spanish, Turkish, and Hungarian. He taught in Spanish Harlem for a couple of years, and he quit because he loved to be on stage, but he didn't like the adversarial relationship that he always seemed to be in with the kids.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Nope.
Oh. He is known, I believe.
He's a teacher?
Yeah, he went on, of course, to be a huge rock star, bass playing rock star, and he is known as, it's funny that he didn't want an adversarial relationship because he's known as the Demon.
Oh, yeah. The only reason I know this is because I always look at the birthdays. He is the one, the only, the man with the longest tongue. He's got some sort of record in Guinness. Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons.
It is Gene Simmons' birthday.
Yeah, born Chaim Witz. So
no wonder he didn't want that.
Mr. Witz,
Mr. Witz. Mr. Witz. Yeah. Mr. Witz.
It'd be pretty cool,
right.
Though. He'd be breathing fire and stuff in the classroom.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to give you a teacher of sorts, I will say. It is her birthday today. She teaches us how to cook on television. She has written many, many, many cookbooks. I like her a lot because she is real. She's a little bit chunky, as every good cook should be, FYI. You can see her products, as a matter of fact, in the grocery store. And I will tell you that her product, she makes a chicken broth that is no more expensive than any generic brand, and it's delicious.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Is that the Barefoot Contessa?
That is not the Barefoot Contessa. Okay. No. No, she, I believe she had her own TV show for a little while. She doesn't have it anymore, but she used to have her own TV show. But she's primarily a cook.
Okay. And you said a little chunky. Interesting.
Yeah, she's a little chunky.
Really
she's got dark hair.
Rachel Ray?
Rachel Ray.
Yes. Rachel Ray.
Yeah. She's really good. She makes some good stuff, I gotta say.
30-minute meals.
That's why I like her so much, because she's real. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't have time to make a mascarpone reduction.
That's it.
53 years old today.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday to her. Coming up, we get the Clash and the Commodores next on the Shark. Home with more stuff than you left with.
Yeah. You just going to the landfill isn't quite the same as going to the dump back in the day. Yeah, it's true.
It's very true. Using a map for directions, says Dale. Oh, yeah, man. Those were the days.
Yeah, northeast, southwest. There's no GPS telling you, with a lady with an English accent telling you where to go.
No.
That didn't happen back then.
It did not happen. GPS, I think, is my favorite thing, because that was rough sometimes, reading a map.
Yeah, it's amazing how you can get to wherever you want to go with just a click.
Truly is. Yep. Jake says a rotary phone. Did you ever see that thing on the internet? It was going on maybe a couple of years ago where two kids must have been about, 16, 17 or whatever. They saw a rotary phone and they didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Anybody under the age really of like 25 now is like, what? What is this all about?
I know.
Yeah.
You stick your finger in the hole and you have to move this wheel thing? What?
Yeah, that's it.
What's the phone? How do you dial the phone number?
Yeah. Got a 1-800 number would last you about 5 minutes.
Long time.
Yeah.
Those were a pain in the butt, weren't they? Oh, man. You got to go all the way to the zero.
Yeah. All right, there's 8. There's 0. You're not even close to being done yet.
I know. Yeah. Anyway, we've got the workday kickoff coming up. 3 hours of continuous classic hits, commercial free. You know what that is? It kicks off 40-minute music marathons every hour right here on the Shark.
It's almost time to go back.